I hope you're all having an amazing day today. Today, I'm super excited to talk to you because this is my 100K Q&A, and I'll be announcing the winner of my very special Zoey Dop giveaway. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so thank you all so much for all of your kind comments and your questions and just letting me know which videos touched you and which ones were your favorite or changed your life somehow. It truly meant so much to me to read all of that from you, and it just helped inspire me so much more. So I want to thank you for making my days all the more special with your wonderful comments and of course questions. And I always encourage questions here because sometimes a simple question can inspire a whole video, as a lot of these questions could have, but I'm going to do my best to answer them as much as I can here, and I've written some separate ones down, so lots of content coming in the future. Whatever you guys ask, whatever you request, I take it into consideration. So be sure to always ask those questions. There's no such thing as a dumb question. So the first question is from Liz, and Liz said, "Contest, Zoey, you deserve all the subscribers and more. I can't say I have one particular video that has touched me, as I enjoy them all. I enjoy how upbeat, positive, and inspiring you are in all of your videos. I love how your decluttering videos are fun and positive when sometimes that process can be stressful and overwhelming. You have inspired me to get out, travel, to be my best self, and to start to love myself again. Thank you for sharing your journey." Thank you, Liz, for writing such a beautiful comment. It really means so much. One question I have is, when you were younger, what did you want to be when you grew up? When I was growing up, I really wanted to be a veterinarian. That was like the first thing I wanted to be because I love animals so much. But then as I got older, I realized that, you know, being a veterinarian also means I have to put animals down and see animals hurt, and, you know, sometimes I'm too emotional. I get really like emotionally affected by those types of things. So it's probably best I'm not a veterinarian. As much as I would like to help animals, I'd probably be like crying the whole time. And then after that, I kind of wanted to be a teacher. And then you guys know that story because I talked to you in about my changing my mind about school and career video. And then the rest is history. I'm just where I am right now, doing what I'm doing right now. So our next question comes from Laura. "I love you last law of attraction video about visualizing and painting a picture of what you want and then letting those bubbles go and trust. Don't overthink or overanalyze, just trust and be happy. Question is, what is your favorite go-to meal in Rome? Is it a specific meal at a restaurant or just the type of food that is your go-to? Thanks, love you, and congrats on your 100K. Thank you so much, Lauren. Okay, so favorite pizza. I found a pizzeria recently in Rome called Napoli, and it's absolutely amazing. It's Neapolitan style pizza, so it's not the traditional Roman style pizza. But you guys, it's my favorite in Rome. As you might know before, I used to say Pizzeria Ostiense was my favorite, and that's like Roman style pizza, but I like me the fluffy crust, like the fluffy Neapolitan crust, so that's my new favorite pizza place these days. It could always change. And then I absolutely love going to Santa Lucia, which is a restaurant behind Piazza Navona, which is actually from the Eat, Pray, Love restaurant. You know, when they're sitting outside and they're discussing their words.
Maybe you and Rome just have different words.
Different words?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like each city has a word if you really think about it. It's like, what is the word for London? I would say stuffy.
Oh, I would agree with that.
What's the word for Stockholm?
Are you kidding? Conform.
And New York.
Ambition or soot? What's the word for Rome?
It's kind of difficult to think about. Sex!
And Julia Roberts orders for the table, and then there's that Roman woman feeding her dog.
Miss Gilbert, you are a Roman woman now.
No, only honorary. That is a real Roman woman.
Tanti amici internazionali.
A me non mi dispiace, io un mozzico glielo darei.
I really love that restaurant because they make a delicious truffle pasta where they bring the pasta out with just truffle oil on it, and then they shave the truffles on, and it's, you know, if you love truffles like I love truffles, this is just fantastic, so I definitely recommend it. And our next question comes from Tanya, and Tanya says, "Congrats, Zoey, you are a pretty nice person. The video that really touched me was the one that you mentioned the first time you would travel to Roma. That one was so inspiring to me because you had the courage to follow your dream and all the things that you have done to make it possible. Also, how positive you are. I really enjoy and feel, and I also can go after my biggest dreams." Oh, thank you so much, Tanya. And her question is, how do you manifest so incredibly good? Okay, first of all, thank you, because that's an amazing compliment. I still have so many manifestations in the works, you guys. So I appreciate the compliment, say that I'm incredibly good, because I do put in a lot of effort, and I do try, and I do try my best to share all of my strategies and practices with you guys. So I hope that you're learning as I'm learning, because that's the goal here. So how do I manifest so well? I think in the future I will definitely create like a law of attraction, maybe morning or night routine, because I feel like that can be kind of beneficial as a step-by-step method. But for manifesting well, I just take the time to like really try to pinpoint what I want. So that's taking the time to get to know your intuition and deciding that what you want is actually for the greater good of the world instead of selfish desires. So I'll give you an example here. Let's say you have a huge crush on someone and you just want them to like you back. You want them to be your boyfriend or your girlfriend, and you're kind of like suffocating this idea. So first of all, the universe has a plan greater than yours, and you don't want to rush anything. You don't want to suffocate the process. You want to enjoy the journey. So when you catch yourself thinking like, I want him to ask me out, or I want her to ask me out, or I want to do this, I want to do that. Why are you wanting? Is it like a selfish desire, or is it like, you know what, if this person's right for me, I would like to like attract a date into my life, or I would like to attract a specific experience into my life. So when we have selfish desires, maybe you want a new boyfriend or girlfriend to make somebody else feel jealous. I think you guys know what I'm getting at here. The desire has to be from like within your heart and within your soul and within your intuition, but coming from a place that is beneficial for the greater good of the world and not just a selfish desire. So I think the more and more that I come to manifest things, I realize like I manifest these things because I want to share them with you guys. I want to share experiences, trips with you guys. Let's say I'm not selfishly being like, I want to go here, 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 and here because of X, Y, Z. I'm like, I want to share these experiences and my journey of life with all of you. So I hope that made sense. If you guys would like any clarification, please ask your questions down below, and I'm always happy to answer and create videos for you. The next question comes from Isabella. Salve Zoe, congrats on 100K. All of your travel diaries have inspired me to manifest money and set goals that I want to achieve, though they may seem out of reach. One travel diary that I specifically love is your Tuscany one. My love for Italy grows fonder after watching a video of yours in Italy. Tuscany is at the top of my list for places I would like to visit in Italy. I was wondering if you're planning to come to America soon and do a meet and greet. Grazie. So, honestly, you guys, you know, I'm in love with Italy and I want to stay in Italy forever. So to come to America, I'm not exactly sure when I will go to America, but I believe it could be this summer for Sophie's wedding, or fall, winter, I suppose. I might be going to visit Gabby in San Diego, but all of these plans are not set in stone yet as I don't have tickets booked. So I don't really like to talk about trips until they're booked. So we're just gonna leave it at that. But I mean, hopefully I will be visiting America soon, but also hopefully it's not because I have to leave Italy, you know? So our next question comes from Helen. Bonjour Zoe, I have been following your journey for over a year, and I particularly love the video in which you talked about your upcoming Beauty in the Breakdown ebook. Accepting vulnerability resonated very much in me. I love your content and I share the travel bug with you, and I'm also interested in minimalism and the law of attraction. My family and I, husband and 3 kids, are moving back to France after 14 years in the US. I've missed European life way much. I feel you. Do you see yourself settling in Italy for a good while? I find long stays abroad to be transformative. Have a great day. Thank you so much, Helen. Beautiful question, and wishing you all the very best on your move back to Europe. I feel you, I know, like, I think life's better over here. I'm biased. Okay, so yes, I hope to stay here. As you guys know, it's not the easiest process, and I feel like, especially this time around, Italy's kind of hardened me out. You know, with the experiences, I've shared it with you guys in my Zoe's Diary videos and things. Like, it's been a challenging time this time around back. You know, I don't foresee it getting easier, but I'm learning now to accept my challenges and learn all the lessons that I can. And it's still in this pursuit. I have game plans in the sense that I know which visa I'll apply for next. And it's just a matter of me manifesting the money to do that, because it's not as the cheapest when you're Canadian, and your option is school, and school, like, tuition as a Canadian coming to Italy is quite expensive. So it's just a matter of me manifesting money, working hard towards my dreams, and I'm excited to share that journey with all of you. But I hope to stay here. It has been transformative, it's always transformative, and I just feel my best self here. So the Jerome Project asks, what are your top 3 tips for growing your YouTube channel? I'd say 1, be authentic, which means like always be yourself. Don't try to make a video because you see it's trending or you think it could get you views or like go viral. Like do what you're passionate about, do what you think is a fun idea, do something that you enjoy, because that's what shines through. Authenticity will always, you know, it will always shine through, and I feel like that's when people really gravitate towards you. It's not always sunshine and butterflies. It's like sharing every little aspect, because we all have different journeys here, and that's why we can all like live and learn from each other. And that's why YouTube's such a wonderful platform, because it's so, you know, people-based. It's like real life, like essentially like a reality TV, but like online. So I'd say just be yourself, and you'll find your tribe, your good vibe tribe. And another tip I have is consistency. So consistency is key. That means uploading like 2 times a week if that's what you told yourself, or 1 time a week. And if you're gonna upload 1 time a week, make sure it's on the same days. Of course, things come up, you know, like for example in Italy, Wi-Fi is not the greatest at my place, so I have to go to cafes to upload everything and edit and do work. So sometimes my upload times isn't always at 11 a.m. Rome time, which is what I like it to be, but I try my best, and I'm gonna try my best to have videos up on the days that I say. So that being said, if you guys haven't hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below button, like you could do that right now. And my 3rd tip is harnessing your own creativity. It kind of goes along with that authenticity, pursuing your passions. Try to harness it, whatever makes you feel creative. Like for example, me, it's walking around the city of Rome or traveling helps fuel my creativity. So just keep going to those places that inspire you. Keep trying to get yourself into that zone, and then that's when you'll be granted with the amazing ideas or the fun ideas, and you know, you never know which video is gonna take off. Topo Tondo asks, for the Q&A, what has been the most challenging part of your Italian studies so far? Also, can you talk about your experience getting the permesso di soggiorno? I assume you needed to get one since you're staying in Italy for more than 90 days. Congrats on 100K. Thank you so much. The most challenging part of my Italian studies. It's challenging. I enjoy the challenge of learning a new language, although sometimes it's frustrating. You're like, why don't I get this concept? La la la. But I feel like the challenging part that I faced is that my school didn't really have classes for me for about a month. So there was like a month gap that I was dealing with from when I came here and, you know, was trying to learn, and that hindered my Italian language growth, let's say, because yes, I could self-teach, and I did a little bit, but it's just so much more powerful when you have a teacher who is knowledgeable on the whole education process. So that kind of like, you know, discouraged me a little bit, but now I'm back at it. I have a one-on-one teacher now, and we study 2 to 3 times per week. So it's amazing, and I feel like I'm learning a lot faster now. And permesso di soggiorno, so I got that last year. What is the process like? Well, it's paperwork that's only in Italian. So if you are coming to Italy and you're going to get your permesso, so that means if you're getting the working holiday visa, you're gonna have to fill out a lot of paperwork, and if you don't know someone who's fluent in Italian who lives here, is probably best. To help you fill out the paperwork, then you should probably hire someone to do it. I, luckily enough, had my au pair mother help me fill out the forms, and then I went to the immigration office and handed them in. Of course, going to a government office, as you guys might know, depending on where you're from, that can take a whole day. So just prepare yourself. The time at the immigration office will probably take you a whole day. The paperwork could take you a whole day, but not if you have the help of someone else. So definitely ask for help, or, you know, pay for help. It's worth it. So Eva says, I love all of your content. It was all my favorite. And what is your favorite? This was a cool question, because I thought, you know, what really stands out to me as like my favorite content. So to be honest with you guys, I don't really go back and watch any of these types of videos, these, you know, standing up, sitting down, talking videos. But I really love my travel diaries. As you guys know, those are my favorite, because I capture moments and I can see myself grow in them. And if ever I find myself, you know, oh, like it's raining today, I want to go back to Sorrento, or I want to go back and see Morocco, I go back to those videos and I can see where my creativity was at, and I can see, you know, the music that I was listening to at that point, or what reminded me of it. And it's just a really special way for me to have it like a digital photo album. So I'd say my travel diaries are my favorite, more specifically my absolute favorite ones that I did do. Sorrento is really special. That one's pretty recent. I'd say Sorrento. I love Tijuana for my birthday. That's recent. And I loved Jen's wedding in Puerto Vallarta. Santorini. I loved Morocco. I did a lot of traveling last summer, so that's why those ones are coming to mind here. I'll link my travel diary playlist down below, and I have close to 60 or maybe even over 60 now travel diaries, so I would definitely love it if you guys check them out and let me know what you think. So the next question is from Cindy. Congrats, Zoe. What is the update on the coach you hired, also the mental blocks? I started watching your videos when you were at like 10K or something crazy. When the student is ready, the teacher appears no matter what the age. I would say my favorite videos are your first videos because they help me the most. The raise your vibrations videos and your book playlist was a game changer for sure. Thank you so much, Cindy. And you know, it's so great because those of you who do comment consistently, like I remember you, and like it's so cool that you are my e-friends, you know? It's wonderful, I'm so grateful. So Cindy had asked about the update on my coach. So things have been really good with my coach. As I told you guys at the end of last year, like through like November, when I was doing 30 videos in 30 days, I felt like I got really close with you guys because I was like sharing experiences that were happening in my life right now. And one of them was that I did have a life coach who helped me through some blocks. So I've been pretty open with you guys. I could probably do a couple more story times about having a life coach and which mental blocks I've worked through and what things have manifested since I pushed through them. So if you're interested in that, you could let me know down below because I probably have a few good stories that could inspire you. I do still speak to the coach, not as often. The last time I spoke to him was this past week, but prior to that, it was probably like 4 weeks ago. So I feel like the more and more that I was able to work with the coach, I was more and more able to identify my own blocks or my own thought patterns. And then I also did do a self-improvement kind of coaching course in London that was 3 days, 12 hours a day. And I found that to be super beneficial in just understanding myself and being able to identify the blocks, like when they do show up, and then strategies to work through them. So I also think maybe this is time to tell you guys something. I'm working on a coaching package to offer to any of you who might be interested. And so that's coming soon, so keep an eye out for it. As you know, if you've been following along for a while or dabbled into older videos, I've always talked about how I kind of wanted to be a life coach, and now I feel like I've got the skill set, like whether it is decluttering your closet or helping you decide how to move to your dream city or moving to Italy specifically, I want to be there to help you. So that's coming soon. So our next question comes from Layla. Hi Zoe, congrats on reaching 100K. I found you through your LOA videos. The video that really spoke to me was your law of attraction changed my life. I'm a stay-at-home mom, was feeling very depressed and overwhelmed. My schedule usually revolved around others and I wasn't taking care of myself. I started watching your videos and was hooked. You give me so much positive inspiration. LOA has changed my life. I now have a few streams of income and I'm able to work from home, all because of your tips and practicing a positive thought process. I'm so grateful for the smallest things now, where in the past I used to see everything as a negative point of view. Not anymore. I'm still a stay-at-home mom and I love being able to work from home and raise my kiddos. I know I don't personally know you, but I just want to say that I'm so proud of your success and I'm excited to follow your amazing journey. Also, thank you for helping me and thank you for helping so many others. Goditi il viaggio. Google Translate. Thank you, Layla. Honestly, that means so much to me. I always get so kind of emotional, but just really happy when you guys share your stories with me, because I'm on the other end of this. And like with my Patreon community, I feel like I really enjoy Patreon because it's more of a one-on-one. I know you guys, like my patrons, I know your names, I know where you live, but I know you on a more personal level, whereas like, of course, it's amazing that the YouTube channel has grown and I'm so grateful and I want it to continue to grow and build our community here. But when I get comments like this, I find them extra special because it allows me to know you a little bit better. It allows me to know you a little bit better, like for example on Patreon, when you share a photo from your day and let me know how it is. Like, I just feel like that type of relationship is so motivating to me to have with you guys, because it validates that what I'm doing is going somewhere, is changing your life, is touching your life somehow, and for that I'm so grateful. So thank you so much for sharing that with me, Layla. And she asked, what is my favorite food or dish to eat in Rome? And so I did answer that question before, but I suppose I can give you one more, because I did touch on the pizza and the pasta, which is like classic Italian stuff, but I'd say artichokes. I love artichokes. Let me know if you guys like artichokes below, and if you are planning to come to Rome and it's artichoke season, you must try them. So our next question comes from Meredith. Of course, my fave video would be the very first one I saw, which is my income and why I'm rich. After watching that, I knew your heart was in the right place. I subbed right away. My question for you would be another favorite. If you could have any 5 people over for dinner, who would you invite and why? The person does not have to be currently living. Congrats, Bella. Meredith, this Oh, this is a challenging question. This is a very challenging. 5 people. I'm trying to think. If these 5 people were over all at once, it might change the dynamic. So I think I'm gonna pretend that these were like 5 different one-on-one dinners. People I'd love to have dinner with. Oprah, Tim Ferriss, Elizabeth Gilbert. I'm trying to think because I feel like I want to choose people who have influenced my life in such a positive way. Ellen, Tony Robbins. Yeah, so that's who comes to mind right now. Those are the 5 people that I would have dinner with. So Joseph asks, do you watch UEFA football or FIFA World Cup soccer? If not, do you watch any type of sports on TV? So Joseph, this is a good question. I actually don't watch TV. I have a Q&A video about that with more reasons why I don't really watch TV. But I do love to go to live sports games because I love the atmosphere that is there. Whether it's like in Toronto watching the Blue Jays or watching the Roma team play here in Rome, that atmosphere just makes me feel so alive and I just love it. And Joseph has another question here. What is your favorite part of being a YouTuber? The planning part, the filming part, or the editing and uploading part? I love it all. I love it all, and I love different parts depending on different videos. So for example, my travel videos, I love to kind of think about how the video is going to play through, how I'm editing it, which like creative scenes, those ones are my favorite, you guys know. So I don't need to talk about it more. But for these standing up talking videos, like this one's obviously Q&A, so I'm guided by you, but for the most part when I'm talking about law of attraction or like minimalism, I just turn the camera on and I just talk, so there's not really much planning. And I also love to like upload, not necessarily in my apartment because it doesn't work, but when I'm uploading and when I'm like scheduling videos and I have like 1 or 2 videos already ready to go for you guys a few days in advance, it always makes me feel really good. But editing is where the creativity is, and like the pre-planning is where the creativity is, and I feel like that's where I get the most like excitement. Joseph has another question. What type of video content can we expect from you in the coming months? Are you allowed to at least give us a hint? Planning or considering expanding your video content more? I feel like my content's pretty random, like I mean in the sense that I do LOA, I do minimalism, I do travel, I do like expat life in Italy, like Zoey's diaries or like vlogs. So I'm not really sure, you know, how else I could expand because I just talk about what I'm passionate about, which I said comes from authenticity. So I will only ever create videos for you guys that I feel inspired about in the moment, or that I feel like you're requesting and I feel like I have enough valuable content to share. I'll never make a video, like I said, to try and get views or something like that. So I suppose it will always be expanding as I'm always continuously growing and expanding. And our next question is from Rebecca. As a digital nomad, how do you maintain balance and routine? My digital nomad dreams are beginning to manifest, but I'm having a bit of trouble separating work time and my personal time since I work from home. Any suggestions? So Rebecca, this is where the digital nomad life is challenging because it's all about trying, and life is all about trying to achieve balance. And yes, it's hard when you love to work and love what you're working on, like myself. I could put in like 12 and 15-hour days, or you know, reach for my laptop the first thing I do when I get up in the morning, or like be on it late at night working. And I know it's not the healthiest thing sometimes, but it is what I'm passionate about. So I feel the same way as you, but some things that I really have found beneficial is cutting up my day with different things, whether it be the gym, Italian class, or going to a cafe to work. So when you can kind of put sections into your day to make sure that you're eating meals at the right times, that maybe you're powering down at night, so giving yourself enough time in the morning, afternoon to work so that you're not working late, that can be really beneficial for just making sure you get a good night's sleep and just maintaining that healthy balance. Best of luck to you. I'm so happy that everything's starting to manifest. What a wonderful time for you. So sending you so many positive vibes. All right guys, and so we are at our, you know, last mention here, and this is going to be the winner of the contest. So the winner of the Joelle Dot giveaway. Emily's content, it brought me to tears when I read it, so this is why I just felt compelled. Emily, thank you. Just thank you for this. I'll read it to you guys. Congrats, Zoey. You deserve all the wonderfulness you've attracted into your life. I honestly can't name all the videos that have personally influenced me, as there are many. But if I had to pick one that stuck with me the most, I'd say it's one whose title I don't even remember anymore. But in it, you told your story of your abusive relationship and how you were essentially forced to get rid of all of your journals because you were afraid of what he would do if he found them. That broke my heart. I have at least 14 journals that span over 20 years of my life, back to my 10th birthday. The thought of losing those for any reason was almost unthinkable, but especially due to being terrified of someone in my life who was supposed to love me. But what stuck with me was the grace with which you accepted that reality and how you even managed to turn it into a positive. I was inspired by your response and I have kept it in my mind ever since. I developed a new appreciation for my journals and material possessions, but at the same time, I have loosened my mental, emotional grip on them. I realize that I too will survive and thrive if anything were to happen to any of my things. I'm in awe of your transformation, your strength, your persistence, and your determination to have a good life and see life as happening for you, not to you. I really want to thank you for putting yourself out there, for being real, vulnerable, and genuine in front of the whole world. That takes immense courage and enormous confidence to do so, but also a level of selflessness I don't often see, as your desire to help someone else is stronger than your understandable desire to hide your darker times from everyone. Major kudos to you, and I'm honored to have found your channel. So thank you so much, Emily. This is truly like you can see it, just thank you for seeing me, you know, like not just watching the videos, but just like seeing me, because I don't know, as you guys know on YouTube, sometimes people just find like one video and they write like a negative comment, or they say, how can you view life like this? Like it's, some people are very judgmental and say like, oh, life's not all like sunshines and butterflies and like your law of attraction and all this, but it's just, you know, there was a darker period, and you know, I've shared bits with that with you guys, and just to know that that's what's you know, helped inspire other people, or like perhaps guided somebody else to never have to go through what I went through, it just means a lot. And I don't know, if you guys are more curious on that story, more specifically that type of time in my life, I do have the Beauty and the Breakdown book, which is always linked below, and thank you so much. I feel like that is my favorite book that I've ever written, because that book wrote itself. I just wanted to get out there, which means that it's just me. It's just my story. If you want to get to know me on another level, there it is. And I'm not gonna get emotional, but Emily, like, congratulations and thank you. Please send me an email, and I'm so excited to send you your gift. And I'm also going to be putting in a signed copy of my minimalism book as well for you. So that's another little added surprise there. So thank you so much to Emily, but thank you to all of you who have entered, and thank you to everyone who has like watched, liked, or subscribed or supported me. It just, you know, it just means the whole world. It means the whole world, and I'm just so happy to share my life with you guys, and that you guys are, you know, enjoying watching me grow, and I'm helping you grow, and it's just a wonderful thing. So anyways, I'm off to, you know, go work, go edit this video and have it up for you guys like the next day. So thank you so much, and I will see you again very soon. I love you. Bye.